Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another beer review. Another beer from Slice, Lincoln, California. I'm a big fan of the name of this and the label art of this. This can art is awesome. This is Smell the Flowers. And this is a pretty label, hazy IPA. 7%. It says Mosaic and Nelson hopped hazy IPA. Smell the flowers, pretty hazy, baby. It's got like the whole, I don't know. Reading Pretty Hazy Baby reminds me of Austin Powers with all the like kind of psychedelic stuff, 70s kind of a theme. I'm a fan. I love Slice. I make no bones about it. They're making some of the best hoppy beers, hazy beers, I mean, as anyone in California, for my money. So you can agree or disagree, that's fine. I'm not going to tell you who you like and who you don't like, so it is what it is. So canned on December 17th, so we are 9 days in the can, is that right? Beer comes courtesy of my man Jared, my Slice angel. I love you, bro. We're using our Slice glassware because beer tastes better in proper glassware, and that is hazy lemonade. My goodness, that is light. Seriously, that can art is awesome. They should have made shirts or something, or glassware for that. I like that a lot. Maybe they'll brew it again someday. Who knows? But yeah, it's super light in the glass. I mean, this is, like I said, that hazy kind of a lemonade finger of bright white head. It is super fluffy. It looks awesome in that proper glassware. Mosaic and Nelson, two of my favorite hops. I mean, it can go either way with Nelson beer. Sometimes Nelson can take over beers. Sometimes it just kind of works perfect. So we will see what these two hops do together in this beer. Let's shove our fat nose in it. Oh man, this smells like a mixture of blueberries and grapes. This is so fruity. Wow. The aroma of this is fire. Yeah, it's blueberry, it's like sweet tropical fruits, but then you get that just grapey, dusty Nelson earthy thing. The aroma of this is legit. It does have, like, we've talked about it with Slice beers, there's a sweetness to these, but it's hop sweetness, it's not malty sweetness. This fucking smells crazy. It's juice. I just love like how that blueberry kind of grapey thing works together. Like it just, man, I wish you guys could smell this. Wow, it smells awesome. Taste it. Jared, cheers. Thanks, bro. Yeah, that's nice. It's real nice. It's delicious. It's crazy how these two hops just kind of, there's not one dominating the other. It is 50-50 split of Mosaic and Nelson. It's nuts. It's blueberries and it's grapes. That's what it is. With like this cool tropical sweetness. It's a generic tropical sweetness that I wouldn't be able to pick out. But there's a good amount of like earthy, dusty, whatever that is, right on the middle of my tongue to the finish. It doesn't get crazy aggressive. It doesn't get bitter. But that's the Nelson part. If you guys have drank Nelson beers before, I've talked about in other reviews, there's a lot of people who don't like Nelson. I don't know. It can be too much for people, and I totally get it. Nelson is like it's an acquired taste, I think, hop-wise. Thankfully for me, I fell in love with it back when Alpine was doing Nelson, like back in 2014 when Nelson was Nelson. That beer was fucking ridiculous. Maybe a Mount Rushmore hoppy beer for me. Alpine Nelson back in the Alpine Tavern days, GTFO. I'll die on that hill too. That beer was best Nelson hop beer ever, I think. But it can get crazy, like earthy, dirty. And it's awesome. Every time I do a Nelson hop beer, there's a guy, Dan, from Australia, I think he's from Australia. Maybe he's from New Zealand, somewhere over there. He comments on how much he loves Nelson, and it sounds weird saying this, but I love how much he loves Nelson. So Dan, if you watch this video, I fucking love how much you love Nelson, bro, because you're like me. I love Nelson that hard too. But this is just a super creamy mouthfeel. It's juice, blueberry juice, grape skin. You get like that kind of, I say Vinous. Is it Vinous or Vinous? Go ahead and say it in the comments. That kind of green, like grapevine-y kind of a, even like that. I talk about tomato vines. That's there. But this is just soft. It's juice. There's nothing West Coast about this. It doesn't get bitter. It doesn't get aggressive. It doesn't do any of that. This is haze. And for all you guys who are super into hazy beers, you're stoked on this beer. I mean, I know I'm not really saying a whole lot of what this tastes like, but I mean, this is Mosaic and Nelson. That's what it is. And it's doing it flawlessly. And it's awesome. It's fucking awesome. It's so good. This beer is fire. It just smells awesome and it tastes like this is just whatever. We could go on and on about how good Slice is, but I mentioned it in the last Slice review. When I post Slice reviews, a lot of people they don't get a lot of views, and that's fine. I don't know if people just don't realize what Slice is or how good they are, but those of you who do watch these, if you're outside of California, it behooves you to trade for these beers. It's worth it. They're doing some of the best hoppy beers, West Coast and New England style, in California. There's so much hype around Monkish, and it sells out super fast, and people want an arm and a leg for it, which is crazy. Just drink Slice. I mean, you can. And people always like, they'll comment, fucking tell them to ship beer. Like, first of all, I don't tell them I can't tell Zach what to do. They're a tiny operation. Their tasting room is like 40 people capacity. They don't have the ability, I think, to have shipping logistics, like hiring people, and I don't think they want to. They're such a small brewery, like they just want to give beer to people who are local. So enough with the why don't they ship beer. Don't ask me. I don't know. But this is worth seeking out. Like these beers are fire. They're amazing. I mean, I've tried so hard to tell you guys to drink Slice, and there's a couple people who comment that are outside of California. They're like, dude, I got some Slice and it's fucking amazing. It is. I don't know. These beers, when they go on sale, they stick around because there's not a lot of people out. I mean, there is a lot of people, but I mean, they're in Lincoln. It's not like some big city where, people are lining up for beer, especially right now in 2020. But, I think once shit gets back to normal, it's going to start getting harder and harder to get these beers. But until then, I'll just hope that my buddy Jared hooks it up. So, fuck, we're rambling. We've been reviewing beers tonight, and I'm sorry. This beer is awesome. I love Mosaic, and I love Nelson, and I love Slice. So you guys should too. I'm not telling you what to love, but they're fucking awesome. So that Smell the Flowers from Slice. If you guys have had it, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. As always, thank you so much for watching. See you very soon. Cheers.
Thank you for coming behind the bar, in the arcade, all that shit.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.